I need to know how bad her form is. Marjorie Taylor Greene's form is not that bad. She's doing kipping. She's a CrossFit chick. That's why. This is called kipping. It just makes your pull up easier, but it also makes you more prone to injury, as is every other dumb CrossFit exercise. Don't do CrossFit. Don't recommend it. It's not good. She's so gross. It's pretty funny. Didn't Will do CrossFit? Yeah, Will do CrossFit. I love the music playing in the background too. You know Kevin McCarthy dropped a fat rope to this, dude. You know Kevin McCarthy saw this and was like, that's a woman right there. That's my woman. Horn dog. Don't even get me started. How the fuck does Kevin McCarthy hit that? Very carefully. There's a quick fun, exciting moment. Remember when Eli Lilly and company had a fake Eli Lilly and company tweet that was created by a HasanAbi head, I think, actually? We are excited to announce insulin is free now. And that $8 tweet, because that person had bought a Twitter Blue subscription, cost Eli Lilly $15 billion in market cap. It eventually led to an insulin price cap. I think we can safely call this the greatest shit post in the history of the internet. Eli Lilly will now cap the out-of-pocket cost of insulin at $35 a month, the drug maker says. Of course, it's not the tweet itself. It's not the tweet itself that caused this. It's not, but we'd like to think it did. There are more details on this as well, but it's only on Eli Lilly insulin. It's not on all insulin, obviously. But yes, Eli Lilly has announced that it is cutting its insulin
drug
prices,
maker Eli,
which allows the diabetics in this community to buy a $5 a month subscription with further ease, especially to avoid the top of the hour ad break, which comes at the top of the hour. Isn't this just all insulin under Medicare? No, that's IRA. Biden's IRA price caps all insulin under Medicare at $35. But Eli Lilly on top of that is saying that if you have private insurance, you will have your most commonly prescribed insulin from Eli Lilly. If you have Eli Lilly insulin, it'll be capped at $35.
Cutting the list price of its most commonly prescribed insulin by 70% and capping out-of-pocket costs at $35 a month. In January, the Inflation Reduction Act imposed a monthly cap on insulin costs for seniors on Medicare, but millions of younger diabetics were still paying much higher rates.
It seems like they're self-regulating to avoid actual legislation passing because there's finally some momentum in Congress for drug caps. That's probably one of the reasons for it. This is the exact same thing that Amazon did. If you recall, when Bernie Sanders wanted to do legislation that singled out Amazon, which was like raise the Amazon wages to $15 act or whatever, $15 an hour act or whatever it was, Amazon made the move on its own internally so that they could actually wire it internally and reconfigure their pay structure by still technically cutting benefits from workers, benefits such as a fat compensation package that allowed you to get additional stock price, additional stocks from the company, for example. Companies do this kind of thing in the face of legal scrutiny because they want to make sure that it's not done in a way that actually harms the profit margins, which is hilarious because this is what we talk about all the time. Price leadership happens in this industry as well, which means other brands will most likely follow suit too. But yeah, it's the government, even under the threat that the government is going to do something, corporations will turn around and fucking take actions in their hands. David Dayan, interestingly, explains the delay on the list price cuts to late 2023. It's meant to fend off the inflation cap in the IRA. So in this sense, policy working beyond its narrow public mechanism and out into the private market. Correction to one part of this is actually an American Rescue Plan proposal that eliminated the cap on Medicaid drug rebates. It's not the IRA inflation policy. It's a change of the Medicaid inflation cap that was passed in 2021 as a part of the American Rescue Act and scheduled to go into effect in 2024. Part of what was used to finance the ARA. We get the implications, but materialists will help a significant portion of the country, right? Yes, it does. It is tremendous. It's incredible. It's really good. I love it. I'm a fan. You will never catch me saying that this is a bad thing. It's a good thing. And it is directly related to congressional action, as we talk about all the time. Legislators act, companies react. The NLRB ruled today that Starbucks illegally fired and mistreated 35 union workers in Buffalo and Rochester. As a part of the punishment, billionaire CEO Howard Schultz must record a video in which he reads workers their rights. The NLRB also ordered Starbucks to compensate the workers who had hours cut, as well as reinstate and compensate 7 illegally fired workers. And the company must bargain with a store that had majority support before extreme union busting spoiled an election. So here's the thing. No, don't celebrate. Don't celebrate. I think there's a nefarious purpose as to why Starbucks and Amazon have become even more egregious in their union busting techniques. I've talked about this literally when they were doing this at the time, and I told you very clearly in no uncertain terms that what they're doing is a clear-cut violation of the pre-existing NLRB codes and a clear-cut violation of the pre-existing laws. Why are they doing it is a question that you have, maybe. Because there is already an endless amount of union busting things that you can do in the United States of America. Why did they go overboard? The reason why I think that they're doing it is so that they can take it up to the Supreme Court and eradicate what remaining shreds of labor union laws that currently exist within the Supreme Court. That's what I think. I think that this is too soon to celebrate. I think that the reason why they very openly are violating rules and regulations right now in a country where you don't really need to do that and still fucking halt unionization efforts is because they want to destroy the remaining shreds. They have a conservative supermajority, and I think that's why they're doing that. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm hyper pessimistic and just, out of pocket, completely incorrect here. Why you change your background? Bitch, what do you mean why you change your background? I'm in Tokyo, motherfucker. I'm in Japan. What are you talking about? I'm in a whole ass different country. I didn't just change my background. I changed my country. Also, this background is sick, honestly. Like, I think this is way cooler than the background I normally have. Wait, why did you say Amazon and Starbucks were doing this? I think they want to take it up. They want to try this in the courts, get sued, and then appeal, try to take it all the way up to the Supreme Court to undermine, get states to basically have rules that supersede federal law somehow and allow Starbucks to do whatever the fuck they want and just create precedent or make Supreme Court decisions that destroy what remains of the tiny marginal labor protections that we have. You know what I mean? They want the SCOTUS to legally undermine union protections. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, here is President Joseph Robinette Biden popping the fuck off. He's so good. Let's take a look. This is the Remarks of Black History Month reception.
I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid. I know where the power is.
White power, Jack. Look alive.
I know where you think I'm joking. I learned a long time ago about the...
Yeah. I may be a white boy, but I'm not stupid. This is awesome. I can't wait for the discourse around this to be about how, Joseph Robinette Biden is anti-white. The anti-white racism narrative is popping off on the internet, dude. They love this shit. Race realism on Maine is wild. Oh, I saw this one. Yeah, white people I'm afraid to report. I kept saying white people have fallen off, but now it's they're trying to fall on again. I don't know what's going on here. They're going real crazy.
Species of tiger, 19 subspecies of coyote, 2 different species of gorilla.
I love this. She's God, I watched this video and it's why are all the people that do race realism like this so incredibly fucking ugly, dude? It's wild. It's dude, we get it. Yeah, we got it. Your ancestors are pure, okay? Look at what that purity has done for you.
Species of gorilla that each have 2 sets of subspecies, 8 species of zebra, 2 subspecies of cow, 38 subspecies of wolf, 36 species of rattlesnake, and 5 species of chimp, etc. And yet human beings who evolved separately for hundreds of millions of years in completely different environments are so similar that they can't be classified differently in any way, shape, or form.
Bro, look how sure of herself she is. It's no. Honestly, you can't be this confident while you're cooking absolutely nothing. She said hundreds of millions of years, which is psychotic. That's not how this shit works, okay? We weren't fucking Homo sapiens for 100 million years. That's number one. Number two, we have a bunch of fucking subspecies. They just died. Things that were humanoid, we fucking murdered them. We know what happened to the Neanderthals, as a matter of fact. You know what I mean? We killed them, dumbass. That's the point.